Nango, hola, wakide, karibu, jambo, habari, hello, welcome to the program. Today, I am going to cover a topic known as hereditary hemochromatosis. I know it's a mouthful, but from the previous video, we talked about liver cirrhosis. And from our talk, we realized that hereditary hemochromatosis is one of the predisposing conditions to or of liver cirrhosis. So, but then how can one know that they are having hereditary hemochromatosis? There are some communities where you will realize that people die. You find one family member, 2, 3, or almost the whole clan will pass away if they are related and they are having this condition. And it will present usually later with the symptoms of liver cirrhosis. There is there is later on scarring of the liver cells, and other than scarring, then there is damage, and it will present as liver cirrhosis, yet it is hereditary hemochromatosis. But how does it come about? Hereditary hemochromatosis comes in as a condition where the body is killed or it is affected by excessive storage of iron. This iron is stored in the skin. It is stored in the pituitary gland, that is a small gland that is found inside our brain. It is also found, the excessive iron is stored in the skin. It is also stored in the heart, excessive in the lung, and generally there is excessive iron in the body. Now, this excessive iron that is in the body becomes toxic to the liver. It becomes toxic to the body organs, hence causing scarring, and then it also causes joint pains, and the scarring is what we call liver cirrhosis. That is how the hereditary hemochromatosis came in to be one of the causes of liver cirrhosis. How can you know that you are having this condition? Now, there are 2 ways of knowing that you are having this condition. Number 1 is going to the lab. You will go to the lab, your blood will be drawn, and then the iron levels will be checked. If there are excess, your doctor will recommend the treatment that I'm going to talk about below. There is also the second one that you will know if you are having hereditary condition, hemochromatosis. It is through gene examination. If you have a familial history of liver cirrhosis, you can go in and your genetic markup will be tested, and then your doctor will be able to advise accordingly. Here are some of the symptoms that if you have, you will know, or you can suspect that you may be having this hereditary hemochromatosis. Number 1 is tiredness, fatigue, excessive fatigue because the liver is not metabolizing the food that you are taking. 2, weakness. 3, weight loss for the same reason, because the food that you are eating is not being absorbed in order for you to be able to gain weight. The other one is bronze skin. You'll be having bronze skin because of the excessive iron that is stored in the body. You are also going to have joint pains. Joint pains are going to come in because of the excessive iron deposits in your joints and under the skin. Another one is loss of sex drive, and the last but not least is abdominal pains. So these are the signs that you'll be able to have. When you have them, you can suspect that you're having hereditary hemochromatosis, but you need to go and get checked. Like we said, the only way for you to know is by doing the lab tests and going in for the genetic markup testing. Now, what is the management? The management of hemochromatosis, number 1 is what we call blood removal. you can be going in, your doctor will advise you where you'll be going in, and you'll be having your blood periodically removed. This removal of blood, which has excessive iron, gives the body enough time or room for it to produce new blood cells, which are not already overwhelmed with excessive iron. Number 2, we have a type of treatment which is known as iron chloration therapy, in which case you are given some medicine to remove the excessive or to counter the excessive iron that is in the body. These medications are given in 2 ways. 1, it can be in a form of injection. 2, they can be taken orally through the mouth. These medicine, once they go to the body, they look for the iron that is in the body, they will bind them and hence reduce the symptoms that you'll be having. The other way of managing is through diet. You will be advised not to eat foods that are rich in iron, because we don't want to introduce more iron, like multivitamins, like vitamin C. Having covered the symptoms, now let us look at how you can prevention, how you can prevent further complications of hereditary hemochromatosis. Number 1, if there is familial history, like you could be coming from a region that I spoke of, where most of your family members have been diagnosed of having this condition or liver cirrhosis, where you see that people are dying of conditions that involve yellowing of their eyes, then you can suspect. And it is good to have a high index of suspicion. Then you will go to the doctor, who will advise you or who will check. Like I said, will do a blood check to see whether your iron levels are high. 2, the doctor will do a biopsy, what we call a liver biopsy. Will take some piece of little meat that will be taken in to the lab for examination to find out what it is. 3, you'll be having annual blood tests. These annual blood tests, if you are having this condition, will continue to observe and see how you are doing, how the disease progress is going on. The other thing is going to be dietary management, where you will be asked to not to eat iron-rich foods, and even to avoid vitamins or multivitamins, like multivitamins and vitamin C, or other foods that are having excessive iron. The other thing that you are supposed to do, or the doctor will advise, is for you not to eat raw shellfish, because these raw shellfish can promote you to be having the liver cirrhosis. Another thing is for vaccination. Vaccination is important against viruses, and we said hepatitis is one of the causes of liver cirrhosis. So you need to consider hepatitis A and hepatitis B vaccination. So those are some of the things that you are supposed to do to prevent further damage of the liver after having been diagnosed with hereditary hemochromatosis. So please, the take-home message is, if you have a familial history, go and seek medical advice early enough. And the doctor will be able to work with you so that you have your condition handled. We are not supposed to fear, but once you have that, if you are diagnosed, ensure that your family members know, and even them, that they are prevented or they are given the vaccination. Thank you for listening to me. See you in the next one. Bye.